we're about to record, and we're doing our pre-recording thing. Chris is setting up and whatever. So I'm like, you know what? Let me go get a patty and cocoa bread. Okay. I went to Allwins. How much do you think the patty and cocoa bread was? And don't base your answer on the tone of my voice.
Did you get coleslaw on it?
No, just the patty and the cocoa bread.
Patty cocoa bread.
How much should it be?
I'd say $3.
$3.
I buy it all the time. $6.
$6.
6 something, isn't it?
Wow. Oh no, you've already purchased it.
Yeah.
Okay, it's $5.65.
Oh, see, I get the coleslaw with it.
No drink?
Chris, what? You want this to be more expensive, bro? This is we're at the peak right now. No drink, bro. Just the patty and cocoa bread, $5.65, bro.
That's pricey.
Damn.
Chris, a normal Jamaican spot should be giving you a patty for maybe $2.25 and the cocoa bread for $1 extra, $1.50 max.
Yeah, Jerk King's just as expensive.
It's disgusting.
It should come to $5.65 if you make it like a combo or some shit.
Like
if you get a ting, then $5.65.
Bro, tings are probably like $3 now.
That's so fucked.
Yeah, man. Fuck, man. Trudeau, what are you on, bro?
No. It's bad here because have you seen those TikToks where people are talking about their groceries? Have you seen those ones?
Yes.
Any of those grocery TikToks when it's like, see what I got for $50 or see what I got for $100. The comments is all Canadians.
Yeah.
Every video, all Canadians being like, this is fuck.
All right, Chris. How we looking, Chris?
Looking good, looking clean, smelling good.
How we smelling, Chris?
Honestly, maybe like flowers.
Like flowers?
You know?
Flower boy.
Flower.
Okay. How we
like
sounding?
Chris Laundry. Honestly, he sounded pretty good. You know, the engineer over here does his thing.
Yeah, I heard he's okay.
He does his thing.
I heard he's okay.
Yeah, he's not bad. He's
all right.
He's not Helen Keller, at least.
No.
Yeah. I mean, he's only pressing a couple buttons, right? Or is it more than that?
We like to keep these industry secrets, I think.
Okay.
We don't want to spill the sauce.
Like the fake DJs.
Exactly.
Yo, the fake DJs are the worst, man.
Okay.
That nigga Pauly D be coming here twisting something.
Oh my God.
I know it's pre-recorded, bro. That nigga was just here the other day too, man. Shout out to Pauly D, man.
Yeah, I know he's one.
You think Shaq's a real DJ?
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like he is.
I think Shaq is,
if you give him a mixer, you think he'll cook?
He's too connected. They would come for him if he wasn't a. If Shaq was a fake DJ, he'd be the people would be naming him fast as a fake DJ. You don't think so?
Yeah, I think maybe because maybe he's just doing a club appearance. Like, yo,
nah, he does sets.
Nah, he does like
festival sets.
Yeah, he does like dubstep, like EDM shit.
Yeah.
Okay,
that's like his main thing. Like he loves that music.
Yeah. I've seen videos, but like I don't know what's actually going on the mixer. So I don't know if he just pressed play.
Diesel.
Yeah, DJ Diesel.
DJ Diesel.
Okay, my bad, Shaq. My fault, man. Come to Toronto, Caravana. There's a lot of events for you to DJ, big dog.
Shaq will be running amok at Caravana.
DJing or just having fun?
Both. Just having fun.
Yeah, fun. I feel like Shaq has a 1-2 kid out here. I'm not even gonna lie.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
Adriel, what episode we at?
57.
So every single episode, Adriel will tell you guys a number, but he does more than that. He'll tell you what player is wearing that number. And today, I want to find out what player it is. And if I don't hear somebody good, I got a backup.
Well, let's hear yours because I just left players completely because I couldn't find anyone worth even dedicating an episode to. This one's going to be.
So you actually tried?
I actually tried. So if you have a player that you think is worthy of this classic episode,
yes,
let us know.
I don't actually have a player, just a normal guy. Okay. I'm going to dedicate episode 57 to me because I'm 5'7".
Okay, there we go.
And then episode 61 we'll dedicate it to Adriel because he does feel in his heart that he's 6'1".
Those are my pronouns.
There you go.
My pronouns are 6'1".
Oh shit.
Oh my God, I think once we're getting up to these numbers, we're running out of people, out of players. So what I thought of is maybe looking at years, like what happened in
1957. That's a good one.
So I got a couple of things that I feel like are historically significant. One is Toronto-based. Chum FM, they were Chum AM at that time, becomes Canada's first radio station to broadcast only top 40. Okay. And this was when top 40 was rock and roll. That's how long ago that was. But the first station in Canada to broadcast only top 40.
Shout out to Chum, still standing too, no?
Still standing. Nice. And then this one as well, this is John Lennon and Paul McCartney meet for the first time.
They documented that?
I don't know how they know these things. I'm like, what's going to happen is in 30 years, they're going to be like, I can pinpoint the day Ralph and Adriel met. It's like,
that's
no,
crazy.
It's like, you can't. It's like, you can't. So I thought that was an interesting one. But I feel like once we get into that like 70s episodes.
Oh, it's going to get fun.
We'll get some fun stuff and some hip hop history.
I need something racial while we're in the lore episodes, though. Like when we get to like 1962, I need to hear something racial.
We're 57. We're getting there.
Okay.
Listen.
I want to hear first black man to do this. That's what I want to start hearing.
Yeah, it's a lot of Elvis stuff. First on the charts. Like these are
first white man to steal from the black man.
And it's funny because most of these pictures are in black and white. So it's a lot of that. A lot of that.
Okay. So episode 57. Going forward, we're gonna start dedicating it to the year. I really like that idea. That's pretty dope. That's cool. That's cool for sure.
But this one's for you. All the 5'7s out there.
Yes, and I'm a confident 5'7". I've been told via Zoom that I have tall nigga energy.
Via Zoom.
Yes.
I could see that.
Yeah,
I can see that. I could like if I didn't know you and I just like saw you on like clips or whatever.
You think that I was a little taller?
Cause you know what it is. I don't even be thinking people are short like that. Like some people don't see color. I don't see height. I'm as inclusive as it gets.
Cause Adriel, you're at a good height. Like you're not tall, but you're not. No one will call you short. Unless you're super tall, then they'll call you short. But like. How often we were around them 6'6" demons.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So yeah, you're at a good height where no woman can say, "Oh, this guy's short."
Exactly.
One thing I'll say though, I've been very confident in my height, and I don't care if I go on a dating app or something like that. I put 5'7". I don't give a fuck.
Oh, so it
used to bother me when I was in my late teens, early 20s, but I stopped caring, bro.
So no lying about your height on there.
Never lie about my height. Always put 5'7".
Yeah, I think that's the iffy thing to do when you lie about your height on the dating apps.
Yeah,
like that's a bad news bears all the way around.
Yeah.
Chris, what about you? You have any height insecurities
on your dating apps?
On my dating apps? No. On my TikTok? No, I don't have any.
Was Tinder prevalent when you were single?
No. I've never really seen like a couple times with my buddies, I'm like, what does this Tinder platform look like? You know, maybe like they give me my phone.
Magic?
I swipe a couple ways just to like see how it works, but they didn't really like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what about the securities of your height?
Nah, I've never. Nah. I mean, I do tell people I'm like 6 foot soaking wet, but it's probably like 5'11", but I'm like a solid 5'11".
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys are in a good range.
Yeah. Like that. The other thing is too is like I don't want to play with the height police.
Nah.
I know there are women out there who are the height police.
100%.
And I've also been told that like I don't give as tall as I am. Like people have come up to me and like tried to like stand beside me and stand, and they're like, I thought I was the same height as you, and I'm like. Don't know why you thought that. So I don't want to play with the height police. So I always try and undersell it, if anything. Like if someone's asking, like I just go 5'11". Don't even question it.
Yeah.
Leave it right there.
And to all the short kings out there, speaking from a current short king, you feel insecure to speak to a woman that is either your height in heels, your height without heels, maybe a little bit taller than you, just go talk to her. Confidence is key.
Yeah, she probably needs like someone to give her drink to. So at a minimum, you can be that.
There you go.
Yeah.
And then we gave you the one-liners to give them last episode. So
those are some crazy
I definitely got time coded for that for sure.
For sure. How could you not? Like,
tilt it up a little bit. Just it'll cover it if you ever
more.
Yeah, you're good. You're good.
We're all good?
Yeah.
Cool. So episode 57, I want to wish everybody a good day. The people I don't want to wish a good day are the people that treat their friends like assets. You know who you are. You guys are the calculated ones. You guys are the ones that think that people in your lives are chess pieces to be played on a chessboard. No. Your friends offer companionship, offer happiness, and offer a place for you guys to be able to have a sense of comfort. Not only talk to, but to feed in positive energy. So do not treat your friends like assets, okay? Don't ask your friends for money just because they have bread. Don't do that. Don't ask your friends to come out because you need a ride and you're not driving.
That's a real one.
Right? Don't ask your friends if they have food at the crib because you have no food in yours.
And then you know what's funny? That's like the opposite of friendship, because friendship is you being able to say, Chris, I just need a ride.
Yeah.
Like, can you give me a ride?
Yeah.
You know, that is real friendship. Or being like, yo, I got no food at the crib, I'm gonna come to yours. That is real friendship.
Yeah,
I feel like when you do the other way around and you make it slimy. But one way that I've curved that in my life a little bit, and this is advice for anyone who's dealing with these people, is I've become famous for saying no. If you know me, asking me somewhere, inviting me to things.
You are very comfortable in saying no. I'll admit that for sure.
That's good.
Very comfortable in saying no. And I think that is a part of it where it's like, once you have that kind of reputation as someone who says no, it helps, because when you have the opposite reputation, people have no problem asking you for stuff.
I like those people because they're more honest. Now, I'm more comfortable at asking Adriel a question or favor or something, because I know he's just going to give me the honest answer.
Yeah.
What I don't like is yeah, I'm going to let you know.
And then you never hear from them.
And then I never hear from them again. Or they tell me last minute, yo, by the way, man, this, that, and I can't do it anymore. Bro, I don't want to hear that. Just say no.
Just say no.
And let it be. It's okay. I'm not going to hate you. We're friends. You're not an asset.
That's fair.
Saying no is underrated.
Yeah.
Like saying no, super underrated.
Yeah.
Super underrated.
Definitely. And it's something I need to get better on. I say yes a lot.
Yeah.
Just because I want to help people and I genuinely want to see that. But at the same time, that does come with getting no's a lot. So I need to be that one person to be comfortable to say no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I have a lot of issues with saying no sometimes, and I think to have that confidence, and then it's like a respect thing too. And like, I think people, you're right. I think they'll respect you more if you're like, nah, straight up with it. I feel like I'm like the kind of guy where like, yeah, like if you're my friend, like, oh, I'll help you out with whatever you want, that's within my power, but sometimes like sometimes I definitely do have trouble saying no and like setting those boundaries. I don't know if it's from just like maybe some things that happened when I was younger where I'm just like worried about things, or I'm like concerned about how the other person's going to take it. But I think if I could be more confident in that, I like that. I got to soak some of that up.
Two things that I feel about that is like, someone, I forget who said it to me, but someone was like, if someone's going to be saying no, you want it to be you. Like in this conversations, relationship, someone is going to say no to something. You want to be the one saying no if it's going to be deciding on something.
Can you explain that more?
It's kind of like if you have a boundary, let's say you and your friends up to some hood rat stuff, like back in the day, get into something.
Yeah. And
you have a boundary, say, we're not gonna go over this fence. This fence is not good for me. I'm the one to say no. If you let someone else decide when no is being said, you've already done something you're not comfortable with.
Yeah.
And then they are the ones deciding where the boundary is. And then the other part is saying no, I think, helps you figure out who your real friends are.
True.
Because it's almost like when a man's trying to approach a woman and they get rejected, and the man goes, "You were ugly anyways. I hated you the whole time." Yeah. Then you say, okay, this is his character. So when you have a friend and you say no to them,
how they react.
Are we still cool? Are you moving weird around me now?
And I always want my friends to be comfortable with me saying no and keeping it moving, because I want them to know that I'm comfortable with them saying no to me. And it could be, bro, maybe you need $100 e-transfer for 2 days.
Yeah.
You might think that it's light, but to somebody else, it's not light. So if they say no, you can't be, bro, come on, man.
Yeah. Like, come on, man.
Come on, man, it's crazy.
Yeah.
No, but it's right. It's like the friend who's gonna make you feel guilty for saying no.
Yes,
is probably not a good friend.
Yeah.
The friend who's like, all right, that's cool, man. Like, I'll figure it out. That's the friend who you want to keep close.
Yeah, and especially with like the financial stuff, like that's where it gets messy, right? Like especially if you like say yes to someone and like maybe you shouldn't, or like it's tight for you, and then you're stressing about it, and then you're building up that animosity because maybe you didn't have it, but you're like, you know what, I can figure it out.
Yeah, exactly.
Cool. Yeah, for sure. The last part to that, you don't want the friend that tallies things.
Oh, that's
those friends are the worst.
Yeah.
Like keeping score, homie?
Yeah, don't keep score.
No.
Don't keep score. Yo, I bought the bottle last time, so you got to buy the bottle for the pre-drink. Just stop doing that.
100%.
Because I'm the man that I will just take care of things and let it be.
100%.
Now, if it's something significant that is actually going to do damage to your pockets, your life, or some type of infrastructure, keep tally. We'll bounce back. We'll do that. But I don't want the friend that's like, yo, bro, I did this. You can't do this back for me.
Yeah,
I can't be around
that's
that.
That's been
anymore.
on your heart, like
that's
I can't be around.
That's like when we were younger, right? Like I remember that happening all the time, where it's like, yo, remember I bought that beer for you the other day, or like remember when I got the last Uber. I've had that happen before, and I was always the guy like sometimes they'd be like, "Oh, we'll just walk home," and I'm like,
Yeah.
"No, fuck it, hop in my cab, we'll go, let's go."
Do that with me the night of, like
Yeah.
the same at that moment.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Like if I ordered a pizza and I'm like, yo, Adriel, yeah, send the 10 for it. Chris,
Yeah.
send the 10 for it. That's fine. Or, yo, I paid the Uber for us to get there. You can do the one back. But
100%.
I don't want to hear shit 2 weeks from now.
Nah,
No.
No.
I don't want to hear that 2 weeks from now.
If I can't remember, like if it's something where like when I see you, I remember and I'm like, oh, like. But if it's something where like you're jogging my memory,
yeah,
Tek Weh Yuhself.
yeah, yeah.
Yourself.
Yeah.
Bomba clot. That might be the name of that episode.
Tek Weh
Take away yourself. Taras. Yo, episode 57 of the Mayor's Office podcast, baby. You know what's crazy? We have not recorded on a Friday in quite some time. But you know, little things happen and then we'll get into it and stuff like that. Obviously, we're planning for such a spectacular event for this live podcast. Things get in the way. But to commemorate, I can't talk. But to commemorate the fact that we are here on a Friday, I got a couple bars for you guys.
Okay.
Everybody knows Gorilla is getting kind of popular again. She's getting back in it. We're Big Glow podcast, you know what I'm saying? So I'm dedicating these bars to her. You feel me? So you guys know the track TGIF. All right, cool. So you ready? It's 7 p.m. Friday. It's 25 degrees. I cannot say the rest because I'll get in trouble if she sees. I'm about to show my kicks. I'm out here kicking it with Chris. Adriel is on my left. Fuck around, he might take your...
That was perfect.
TGIF. So when I put the clip up, I'm gonna put the little instrumental behind it too.
4 Bar Friday, I fuck with it.
Ooh, I like that. I like
There you
that
go,
segment.
there you
man.
go.
I want some bars at the live show. I'm not gonna lie to you.
All right. Adriel, how you feeling, man? How's the last few days been for you? I know we haven't seen each other in 2 weeks. You traveled. Let's talk about it. I want to catch up with you guys.
I'm still not 100%. I'd say I'm like 80%. Like if there was a playoff game, I'd play. But I'm not all the way healed from when I was sick. Last episode, had my little flu game. But I went to Sydney, Nova Scotia.
Okay, big up Sydney and Nova Scotia.
First time in Sydney, Nova Scotia. Very small town vibes. I thought it was so funny they have a casino over there. And in Canada, basically, no matter how small the town is, they find a way to have a casino. And it's like y'all can have nothing else going on in there, but y'all have a casino and a Walmart.
Yeah.
without fail. So I thought
And
that
a
was
Canadian
pretty funny.
Tire.
Yeah.
And a Canadian
The staples.
Yeah, you need the staples, even though nobody's in there.
Like 100%. So I thought that was so funny that they had a casino when it's like, who's even in here? But it was fun. I like going to these small towns because in my head, I'm going to live in a small town a few years from now and just kind of, y'all will never see me again.
Okay.
Hey, coming out to Durham? Wait, you're already in Durham.
Yeah.
Coming out farther to Durham.
Yeah. I'm gonna go to Orono.
I don't know
Crazy.
about that.
Port Hope, maybe. Grimsby.
Damn. Shout out to all these cities, man.
But no, it's nice to see these like small towns and to see how they get down because again, we're just privileged living in Toronto.
We are, yeah.
That we
definitely.
don't even think about the things that like, for example, a lot of the stores were closed at like 5 p.m.
That's
6 p.m.
crazy.
Yeah. I was in a clothing store that closed at 4 p.m.
Wow.
on a Thursday. I said,
What?
4 p.m. on a Thursday? Like, and they were complaining about their traffic, and their traffic was like 10 minutes of traffic.
Boy, let me tell you.
Do I got a story?
So it's like seeing that, it's like people are going to complain no matter where they live, but seeing their little
Definitely.
small town, very
Definitely.
cute. Very cute.
How long were you out there?
5 days, Monday to Saturday. So 6 days. 6
Okay.
days.
So, Sydney, Nova Scotia.
Mm-hmm.
How many black people did you see that weren't a part of the event that you were taking care of?
I did not see any. I saw people of color,
Okay.
but no blacks.
No blacks in Nova Scotia.
Yeah. But the thing is, I think it's just that part of Nova Scotia because everyone knows
Gotcha.
Nova Scotia has a large history when it comes to black people. And I've been to Halifax a few times. Halifax has the black people. So clearly they're all in Halifax. But Sydney, none of them. But Sydney, I didn't actually see any Indigenous people, but a large Indigenous community in Sydney.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That's what's
A
up.
lot of weed shops.
Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah. Okay, that's big. So you enjoyed yourself.
Yes.
You had a good 5 days, and you are on the road to recovery.
Yes, we're getting there.
That's dope. What about you, Chris? What's popping?
Man, I'm good. I can't complain. It's been a busy week in the stew. You know, we had some issues with the, some water issues with the leaks, but
All good. That's why we're recording on Friday.
that's why we're here on a Friday. You know, luckily everyone was able to make some sacrifices, move it around. So I appreciate that. But nah, man, it's been good, man. I can't complain, man. If I'm complaining, who's listening?
Fair.
Big talks, man.
Yeah.
Listen, I wouldn't mind us having a complaint segment. Like we choose
Just something to bitch about?
Something to
Yeah.
complain each week, and we just have a complaint.
I mean, you complain
segment.
about Michael B. Jordan and went kind of viral.
Yeah, I like that people had a moment where they had to like think about it, and they were like, he might be right.
There was a comment. They're like, "What's your problem with Michael B? I smell envy." And then the comment under the reply to that was, "He doesn't sound envious at all." I was fucking dying, yo. I'm like, yo, we can think critically about someone
Without it being hate.
without it being hate. Like
Yeah.
you articulated yourself well. You said I don't have a problem with him as a person, but
Yeah.
him as an actor
I
is
said I
overrated.
like
You said you
him.
liked him.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I can say wholeheartedly that a nigga is overrated. Like, what's wrong with that? You could say our podcast is over or underrated. You could say anything. I can sit here and just take that in. That's your opinion. But hey, man, subjectivity and objectivity, right?
No, I love the comment section. This is another segment that I thought of that I don't know if I'll do the research for this, but I maybe this is the perfect pod for this. Is we find some comments from the comment section, and you have to guess what kind of video this is. Now, I thought this would be funny if we did this with music artists and porn stars, and go in the comment section, and you got to guess: is this under a music video
I like it.
or some porn?
Okay. Let's do it.
So we'll see in a couple of weeks. Maybe I'll preview it at the live show. That seems like somewhere.
That is your game.
No, but I love the comments, man. Listen,
Yeah.
all y'all on YouTube watching, all y'all on TikTok, we appreciate the comments. Listen, no matter what direction you're in, we love
100%, 100%. And then for me, I feel like I overextended myself in June, guys. I'm sorry, man. I really did. I'm always gonna have time for work. I'm always gonna have time for the podcast. Spend some time with you guys, but I really feel like I booked too many day parties in June. 3 day parties.
How many left?
At time of recording, I have 2 more
Okay.
for the rest of the month.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I understand.
So
The
struggled, man. Back to back to back. It's tough. It's tough.
the day parties are enticing, but I think where I'm at now is I got like one party for the weekend.
Okay.
Like maybe we can do something more than one day, but like anytime it's gonna be like any type of drinking or gallivanting,
Yes.
you got one day, and
Yeah.
please let it be Friday. Like
And the day parties always end up being like Saturday, Sunday, man. And the Sunday ones, like I'm going to one this Sunday. Shout out to Chubby's. And yeah, dog, I want to be out by 8, and I'm not gonna drink. And I kind of attribute this to you, Adriel. I'm going to stop drinking if there's no purpose behind it.
what do you mean by that?
I'm glad you asked. So I am not just gonna drink because I'm at dinner.
Fair.
You know what I mean? I'm not gonna drink just because I'm out with the guys anymore. Like I think I'm kind of past that. Or if I'm on a date, I'm not just gonna drink just to drink. I need to drink with a purpose. Like I need to get loose. Like I'm at a party, then I'll drink. I'll have 1-2 drinks, but I'm not just gonna. Oh, we're out to eat right now. Let me get a drink. Or I'm at Adriel's crib hanging out with him and his bros. Let me get a drink. I don't need that.
Yeah.
That's healthy.
Because it's like a habit. I know exactly what you mean. Like it is like a habit that you're just like, okay, like we're out, let's just like grab some drinks.
Yeah.
And when I stopped doing that, I realized the difference because like you're not getting drunk off your 2 drinks. You know, maybe if someone has a heavy hand, you get like
That
some
is my issue
wine.
because the drinks outside are damn expensive, brother.
Yeah.
And so you're then again your bill is probably going up by 80%, and you're not getting drunk.
Nope.
You're not even getting a little tipsy.
Nope.
And most of the time, the alcoholic drink doesn't taste better than whatever you would have ordered anyways.
Yep.
So it's almost like a social thing we've just trained ourselves to do. So
100%. I
your
made the
pockets
realization.
your pockets will be happy.
That's why I want to do it. Like, I'm not quitting drinking. Don't get me wrong. I'm drinking right now to get loose for the pot. But I just want to put that like that whole, what's the word? Stipulus? Is it stipulus? Stipulation. I want to put that whole stipulation on myself. So that's how I feel. Speaking of which, I know Chris, that entire segment, he's like, I don't know what the fuck this guy's talking about.
Yeah, I'm like,
After my bars, he cracked a brew.
Literally. Because I can't relate.
But it's been a long week, you know. Gotta have a couple cold ones.
I feel that.
Oh my God.
Adriel, you brought up a good point, man.
How expensive it is?
How expensive it is to go out drinking. And that was partially why I want to change what I'm doing. The summer started. The time of recording is June 21st, which is technically the first day of summer.
Yep, summer solstice.
Okay. We want the people out there to know that you don't have to overextend your wallet throughout the summer. Can we give the people out there some tips on how to save money during the summer?
I think you got the first one. You don't have to drink at every meal. Like your bill could be $22 instead of $40.
Yeah.
That's an easy one. I would say number 2 is take advantage of all the free festivals we have in Toronto. Like a lot of these festivals are, like this week, Jazz Fest starts today, a ton of free shows.
Yep.
A ton of free shows. And why I say that is if you're gonna have a day out, you have the event you're doing, whether it's like bowling or something, and then you're gonna get food. If you can make one of those things free, you save some money. So whether that's the event is free or the food is free,
yep.
You know, choose one, I think, to help you. And then I think last but not least is, you know, have more just chilling at the crib, more in the park.
Yep, barbecue.
More barbecues.
Yeah.
I think that a lot of times, like, you're just going out with your friends in the end.
Yeah.
Like, you're not going to these parties on your ones and, like, turning into a predator, hopefully. Hopefully. But you're just hanging out with your friends. So it's like you can hang out with your friends for free. Which one of y'all has a balcony? We go splits on the food, cook it up, chef it up. Yep. We go to the park.
Yeah.
I cook whatever I was going to eat at home anyways. Bring it to the park.
Yep.
Chill,
6 people
smoke.
put $12 down. That's a barbecue right there.
Yeah.
So
yeah, honestly, those are some of my like favorite things now. Like the older I get, it's like, you know, like a Friday night, Saturday, people are working, doing whatever, and like you get that text like, hey, yo, come through for a barbecue, you know? Oh, you bring this, you know, for us, you know, grab a case of cold beers.
Yeah.
It's nice. I mean, I know you're saying not to drink, but
No, drink if you're with your friends and you're.
The barbecue is
barbecue's fine. Yeah. But if you're just, I'm done with I'm chilling at home. I'm gonna have a drink.
Yeah.
I'm done with that. Like, it doesn't really do nothing for me.
Nah, I don't do that too much.
Like, it's just gonna fuck up my night sleeping and waking up in the morning.
Totally.
In terms of saving, the 5 P's: preparation prevents poor performance. Prepare all the time. Pre-drink.
That's a big one.
Pre-outfit. Do your laundry. Make sure you know exactly what fit you're wearing. Make sure you like it so you don't have to go to the store and buy something extra if you don't need to. Plenty of times I'm like, yo, I'm going to go buy the whole fit.
Yeah.
And I didn't need to. Maybe I just needed to buy the pants.
Totally.
And you know what? That's so funny. That is one thing that really like changed my whole fashion outlook. Once I gave that up, because like I've dated a lot of women who that's like their MO. It's like, I got a new event. Okay, I need to buy a new dress. I was like, you don't know these people. They've never seen any dress you've ever worn.
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah.
But it's like a mentality you have of like, okay, new event, new fit.
Yep.
And y'all see me in some of the same clothes over, including clothes I'm wearing right now.
Come on,
over and over,
episodes.
over and over and over again. And I think to myself, if this fit is fly when I wore it 2 years ago, it's gonna be fly now for the person who I'm meeting for the first time at this event.
Yeah.
So that's a big one. You're right. Prepare.
Bro, sometimes I just buy a t-shirt at Winners, fucking H&M, whatever, $16.99.
Yeah,
and I just throw it on some pants, and all of a sudden it's a new fit. Or I get the pants for $24.
Yeah.
All of a sudden it's a new fit.
Nah, totally. Like, yeah, I'm not doing it right now, but I think just a plain black tee, white tee that's fresh.
Yeah.
That's all you need, man.
Summertime?
Like,
what?
Yeah. Like if I'm going away somewhere, like I'm going to the bachelor party, I'm like, all right, let me just go grab a couple of cheap black tee, white tees, couple of each, boom, throw them in there, whatever happens, doesn't matter.
Quick question for you guys.
Okay.
Listeners gonna like this, especially the male ones. Where has the best white tee to buy for the summer?
Oh, this is an easy answer, but I'm gonna let you guys go first. See if we all have the same answer.
I'm gonna go Uniqlo.
Honestly, I've been going Champs. Champs been where I've been picking up.
Champs is a throwback.
Yeah. I'm in Durham, so Oshawa Center. It's like limited.
Yeah.
You know?
Is it good after the wash though?
Oh, see, that's the problem. They're not good after the wash. So that's like, you know
need
what?
a strong collar.
do run through them, but yeah. So maybe I got to pick up where you're going, and then
Uniqlo is my answer.
Yeah?
Yeah. So
okay.
They're expensive though. One tee is like $25.
25.
But if it works through the wash,
no,
and,
it's solid.
it's
It's
good
solid.
after
It's
the
solid.
wash.
and I don't, I'll, like if I have like sometimes I just won't throw them in the dryer. I'll hang dry a lot of my clothes.
Okay.
Just you know.
Yeah.
Nah, but their tee is solid, and the colors they have too. Like one of my boys had a surprise birthday party, and his girl told him we're going to the club, so he went to go buy a new shirt for the club, and he ended up buying a Uniqlo tee in like an army green. But their tees are such good quality; it looks like it's a little like an elevated.
It has like a light glow to it.
Yeah. So like my brother has a black one, so the white tee of course is good, but like
I think I seen your brother with the white one.
yeah, the white one too.
That actually, he's the reason why I went to Uniqlo and bought it.
Yeah.
I spent $85 on 3 fucking t-shirts.
That's your whole summer. That's your whole
That's
summer.
my entire summer, dog.
Yeah.
What I used to do, I used to go to Winners because they'll always have the packs.
Yeah.
But it's always the packs of like the mid-tier shirts, like the polo t-shirts.
Yeah,
You know what I
yeah.
mean? Sometimes Hanes is hit or miss, but Fruit of the Loom, all that shit, I'm like, nah, fuck that. Let me get 1 or 2 quality t-shirts. I'm good.
Not an ad.
That's smart.
Not
Not
an
in
ad.
that. Not in that. I heard Kirkland shirts are good too. I wanna look into that.
Yeah. I think the thing said about the collar though, that's the main thing.
Definitely.
Yeah. You don't want to get that bacon neck collar, bro.
Yeah, no, then you're done.
Yes.
You can't resurrect the shirt after that.
You can't. And two, it's like I'm like you. I like to air dry, but if I happen to throw something in the wash, am I worried about how this is gonna go after that? So,
Okay.
and another way to save money is food. Like I think where you eat, like I know we're all on our health journeys, but like summer is almost a fast food time. You know.
Yeah.
Like a quick fast food burger or
patio burger.
Yeah.
You know, like that's a quick money saver for sure. For sure.
I've been ripping Whole Foods, just trying to, you know, do a little healthy. They got like the pre-made salads, the wraps and stuff, but like even those are getting a little pricey. But at the same time, we were talking about it earlier with the Alwins downstairs. Like I'll go across the street, $8 for like a nice salad, and honestly, it's not bad.
Yeah, I know.
It's not that bad.
For sure. I ain't knocking that. You go out to eat now, you're fucked. That's why I really, really make sure my Sundays are free so I can pre-cook and just meal prep.
Smart.
Yeah.
Because even if I'm supposed to link up some friends to go out and eat, if I pre-eat, man, I'm not thinking about that. I might get a fucking app and chill out.
No, for sure. I had a lunch meeting this week and I ate before. I had a big brunch at my crib.
Yep.
Showed up, got a drink. That was basically it.
Yep.
But do y'all have a favorite fast food burger? Like you don't gotta say like combo number 7. Like you don't gotta go that far. But like just in general, where do you think has the best fast food burger?
I'm gonna go Wendy's. I think Wendy's has the best burger.
I was gonna say Wendy's is the winner. All right, I was gonna say Wendy's too.
Bro.
Damn, we're hitting the Uniqlo ads, the Wendy's ads.
Wendy cut the check. Come on.
Yeah.
No, I think Wendy's has the best burgers still.
Yeah, because they're never frozen, right?
Yeah, always fresh.
Yeah.
Oh my God, yo, they gotta pay us now. We're using their.
There was a Wendy's at York, right?
Yes, there's a Wendy's at York. Yeah.
I'm gonna talk some crap about them, so let me make sure I got them right.
They're not like a legit Wendy's. It's a university Wendy's, but
can't even sit down.
They're Wendy's though, and you can attest to this. Very, very oily. More oily than a normal Wendy's.
Yeah.
And your food came out almost too fast. That was something that like we used to always make jokes about. We're like, I ordered it and like
it was instantly in your hands.
And you can order anything. And it's like 2 bacon cheeseburgers right away.
I think for them, they overloaded on staff because I worked in the restaurant right beside it when I was at York.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so like I would do the late nights and I'll see how fast they clean up. And I'm busting my ass. Like I'm scrubbing, I'm cleaning, I'm doing everything.
Yeah.
And these motherfuckers are gone. And I'm like, you guys were 10 times busier than us today. How the fuck are you throwing out your trash when I just started the dishes?
40 people cleaning up.
What? Compared to my restaurant.
You and a homie.
It's me and a nigga. Me and a nigga cracking jokes, whatever. These niggas ain't talking to each other, bro.
They're just working.
They know.
Oh my God.
They know their fucking role, man. Like robots, bro. But yeah, that Wendy's was a little too quick.
That was alarming. Okay, I'm gonna throw you guys an audible here because we were all in alignment with Wendy's.
Yeah, we need another.
Quickly, okay, which fast food restaurant has the best chicken sandwich? You don't gotta choose a chicken sandwich restaurant, but which fast food restaurant has the best chicken sandwich?
I'm gonna go last. 'Cause I'm about to cook.
Chris, let's hear it.
Man, to me, it's just straight up. It's Popeyes, man. It's probably Popeyes. It's the only one I can think of.
Popeyes is my answer too. I know Chick-fil-A is the one people are yelling at their screen right now.
Never been.
You guys,
Never been to Chick-fil-A?
Nah, bro.
What?
I never had the waffle fries.
Wow.
So you never had Polynesian sauce in your life?
Bro, never had the Polynesian
What the
sauce in my life, bro.
Oh my God, bro.
End
No.
the podcast. We're getting a burger right now.
Are you serious?
Yeah, bro,
No,
never.
no, we're gonna go get Chick-fil-A. Like, I'm dead ass. Like,
Is that good, eh?
no. Bro,
Okay,
if I can
damn.
get fucking Chick-fil-A injected in my veins, I would, bro.
Dude,
If
it's unforgivable.
politics aside, with all their extra shit,
Yeah.
I would tattoo Chick-fil-A on my forearm to get it for life, bro. There's nothing better on this planet in terms of fast food than Chick-fil-A.
Damn.
Nothing.
Now Chick-fil-A is up there. Chick-fil-A is one of the fast foods that will tempt me even if I'm not hungry. Like if I happen to be at Scarborough Town for whatever
Yeah.
reason, now they have it at Scarborough Town.
Yep.
If I walk by, I'll be like, whether I'm hungry or not. That's how Chick-fil-A is. So it's like,
Damn.
yeah, it's on the level.
No, Chick-fil-A is different. If you follow me on Instagram, you will see that I put addiction and I'm at Chick-fil-A maybe at least once a month. I'm at Chick-fil-A just because of the distance.
Yeah.
But it's real close to my office.
Fair.
So no matter what, hungry or not, like I'm there.
So that's your answer, Chick-fil-A?
Hundo P.
That's
Okay.
fair. That's
Popeye
fair.
sandwich is decent.
Yeah.
It's a little too crunchy. I don't want my chicken sandwich too crunchy.
Okay,
Huh?
that's fair.
I like a good crunch.
I like a crunch.
Okay.
Yeah.
I want it lightly breaded. You know what I'm saying? But I'm a chicken sandwich connoisseur.
Fair.
So what happened during the pandemic when the Popeyes chicken sandwich was at its peak? Like, how did you feel about that? Because that was probably like the top of the world for chicken sandwiches as a genre.
Yeah.
Like,
Once it got to Canada, I was happy because I was actually able to try it. Now, due to the pandemic, funny enough, the restaurant I worked at during the pandemic was right beside a Popeyes.
screaming.
So we were just talking about the restaurant being beside a Wendy's. Yeah, now I'm living. I'm right beside a Popeyes, and everything's in my building.
Yeah.
So I was boxing off chicken sandwiches like nothing. And to be honest, if you guys see me during the pandemic, I was one fat Negro.
Chicken sandwiches.
Yeah, those chicken sandwiches in the restaurant I worked at. Yeah, definitely. So
Yeah, that was a crazy time. Just seeing everyone line up for chicken sandwiches.
crazy.
Nuts.
Like, and do y'all remember that episode of
Atlanta?
Atlanta did one too, but Boondocks did one too.
Yeah.
Of like a COVID chicken sandwich thing where it's
Yes,
like
yeah,
it's like
yeah.
eating the chicken sandwich. That was on some Simpsons shit.
Yeah.
If y'all haven't seen that, find that episode and watch it of the Boondocks. But basically, it's like a chicken sandwich craze, and people are getting
I
sick.
think it was just like fried chicken.
Or maybe it's a fried chicken. Not
Yeah, it
sandwich,
was like a fried chicken restaurant.
But people
Yeah.
are getting sick from it.
Yeah.
And I was like, they called it like 100%.
Facts.
I was lining up for chicken sandwiches. What were we thinking?
yeah, that's crazy. Stuff we
Wild.
did, man.
Yeah,
Wow.
like
It wasn't going anywhere too.
Toilet paper.
what?
Toilet paper was terrible, bro.
That was wild.
Yeah, like listen, lines are to me are for like concerts. That's what lines are reserved for. I'm also not a concert line man myself, but if you see a line for a concert, I'm not gonna be like, what's going on?
True. And you are a concert connoisseur.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, and there was a big concert that happened recently.
Talk to him.
Yeah, you actually put me on. I'll say this because Ken and Friends pop out.
My bad. Let me get my Tupac shirt.
Yeah, there you go. Ken and Friends pop out, and I forgot that it was streaming. So I knew it was happening, and I kind of thought it was gonna be like a day event. And I'm like, oh, it's night, so I'm like, okay, I'll catch this
Yeah.
on socials later. And I kind of planned my night around like, okay, like I'm probably gonna talk about this and make sure I catch it. And then you texted me and told me Tyler came on stage.
Yeah.
And that was when I was like, oh yeah, it's streaming.
Yeah.
So I tapped in right around there, and I saw it right before Roddy Ricch came on stage.
Okay.
So,
you
from
caught.
then until the end.
Yeah. And for non-LA niggas, I would say from Mustard Set onwards, if you're gonna rewatch it, that's probably gonna be like your peak.
Mm-hmm.
I was watching it from the beginning. You want to just talk about like the concert itself? Like, how you feeling?
The concert itself was obviously great. Like I think Amazon streaming it with him was a huge move.
For sure.
It's not the first time Amazon's done this or Kendrick's done this.
Yeah.
But I think this is like the next step for big artists like that, like doing
The live
these
stream
live concerts and
Yeah.
doing concerts that's like for the stream. Like when Jay and B did it almost I think 10 years ago now, that was a huge deal.
Yeah.
The Weeknd's done it. Taylor's done it. So I think this is like a big deal for Kendrick, but the actual like show itself,
To me,
legendary.
that was a moment in hip hop history. I personally think that was a top I'm a Kendrick guy at the end of the day. I think that was the top 5 moment in hip hop history for me personally. Concert wise, I think it's up there in terms of like the historical impact of it. Yeah, bro. I had an expectation and I feel like it slightly surpassed the expectation, especially given like the amount of time that it took for them to like plan it and pop it out.
Yeah.
No pun intended, but yeah, from Mustard set onwards, I was like locked in. The beginning, like just to put on the smaller LA acts was dope. You know what I'm saying? Like I saw West Side Boogie, I'm a fan of. I don't really know Tommy the Clown, like what he's doing and stuff, but
yeah, I missed that set. So Tommy the Clown is a crumper.
Okay.
From back when crumping was
a thing.
Yeah.
Like when Chris Brown was getting shot in the movie.
No, exactly that time. So a lot of people were saying that like seeing Tommy the Clown was the biggest like plus of the whole night.
Yeah.
Because you're not someone you see often unless you're like following him.
Yeah.
And then apparently in LA he still does like shows.
He does. Like, he actually shot out a show that he has upcoming.
Yeah. So seeing him, I saw him at the end when he was with Kendrick.
Yeah.
But I was like, is that?
Yeah, they did a full set with all the kids. That shit was dope.
And that's real LA shit.
Yeah, super LA shit. And like, yo, shout out to Amazon. This shit was smooth, bro. There wasn't a lot of turnover in between like DJ Head and his people, Mustard, and then Kendrick. So like, that was the first time I ever watched a live show like that. So that was dope to me. And like, yo, the fact that, fuck, there's so many things to talk about. Yo, Kendrick, for him to do that and get these people on stage and get like different types of Pyrus, Crips, Bloods, everything to be on stage at the same time, that's fucking difficult to do, bro. Yeah. And like it's hard for us to really know and understand it because we're here, but that must be like damn near impossible for us to do. So
yeah,
for him to do that, the show itself was crazy. Kendrick's set was dope. I never really listened to Steve Lacy. I didn't even know he was an LA nigga. He popped out. Tyler popped out. People went fucking bananas.
Yeah, that was crazy.
When Tyler popped out. Low-key, Roddy Ricch, I hope he makes a comeback because the crowd was really fucking with him when he came on.
They love him in LA.
Well,
that's true.
He's making a comeback. Like that new song he has.
True.
People were really loving that. And I was happy to see him get that love. Because it's like everyone was saying he fell off and he's come back.
Which he kind of did.
No, he definitely fell off. But I think like those tracks that he has, like even that little like 4 songs he did.
They can go at any time.
Those are going to last forever. Like he'll have a set to perform
the rest of his
20
life.
years from now. Yeah. The same way Dre did Still Dre.
Yeah. Facts. And then getting on to like Kendrick coming on, that shit was bananas. Like, cause he came in, he opened on Euphoria. I didn't think he was gonna do all 6 minutes of Euphoria.
Oh my God. Yo, I'm telling you, so I was texting you, I was in the gym when this whole thing's happening. So in the gym, I'm streaming it on my phone and I'm like kind of putting the phone down so I can still see it while I'm lifting it. I was like a chest arm day. So I'm literally like this. Still watching it, and
so
then
that's a big weight you got going over there, buddy.
And when I was doing stuff like standing, I kind of put it on like it was on the seat. Like
I thought you were on the treadmill the whole time.
Well, here's what was happening. I started out like stretching and like I was gonna do treadmill first, but it was a thunderstorm. If you remember,
yes.
So the power kept going out at the gym.
Crazy.
And the first time the power went out at the gym was the same time that the pyrotechnics happened. On the screen. So I'm literally like...
It had to be Kendrick.
No, right? I'm like, Kendrick did this.
He cut the lights off.
So I'm thinking, okay, I'm going to watch the stream on the treadmill. Perfect. Like, I'll be hype. Perfect. Keep the power went off maybe 2-3 more times.
Crazy.
So I said, okay, it's not meant to be. But people were like walking by and seeing the screen or whatever.
Yeah.
And not really knowing what was going on. And then I saw someone in the gym in a For All the Dogs t-shirt. And I was like, too soon.
Too soon.
He didn't know what was going on.
Yeah.
They didn't market that whole thing in Toronto that much because I had a lot of friends that were in the same situation that they knew that the concert was happening, but they didn't know it was live stream. 2, they didn't know the time.
Yeah.
It's very LA based. That's what I liked about it is like,
yes,
it definitely united LA in a way that other regions haven't done like on a big scale.
Yeah.
Because Kendrick is probably the biggest LA artist of the past, 20 years maybe?
Definitely.
Like maybe even more than that. So it's like, to have all that together.
For sure.
Because you know what it was really giving, which no one, I guess, is saying? It really was giving OVO Fest. Like, that was like the OVO Fest model. Like, they're not calling it like Ken and Friends Fest. Then maybe they will the next few years or whatever it's called. But it really was OVO Fest in terms of like bringing out these guests. You do 2 tracks, bring someone else out. Everyone stays on stage.
That's sick.
And I think what made this one like cooler is it was all LA.
Yeah.
And so seeing all the people, you kind of were like, oh my, Steve Lacy's LA. Oh my God, he's LA too.
Yep.
And so with that, I was kind of wondering like, who's he gonna bring out? Who's he gonna bring out? And then after a while, I was like, he's not bringing out no one who's not from LA.
Yeah.
What was your favorite moment from Kendrick's set?
Favorite was probably Euphoria.
Because you caught the whole, out of everybody, you caught Kendrick's full set.
Yeah. Probably Euphoria. Euphoria has been a song.
The beginning.
I've been playing that song so often, and that's one of the songs I wanted to hear right away. So him to open up with that,
crazy.
And the whole, even though he kind of was getting his bearings, like he wasn't as sharp with that one. I feel like
he just got on the stage,
and it was my first time performing like a longer song.
That's true too, yeah.
But
I think
that was the one for me.
My top 3 moments were the 616 in LA portion with Absol.
That was tough.
That was dope. Actually seeing Money Trees being performed, I'd never seen it performed.
Facts.
So I was like, yo, this is crazy. Because he performs it, but I'd never seen J-Rock perform that verse. Yeah. And that verse needs to go up in like the Hall of Fame.
That's Hall of Fame, yeah.
So that, for me, that was fucking crazy. And then just, running for, actually the Like That performance was kind of hard.
Yeah, that was
for
tough.
the first time. But yeah, that running the fucking Not Like Us 5 times was like, he was sick for that still.
And you know what's crazy is like, I think when we say it to people who didn't watch, it doesn't seem as crazy because
the moment,
because we've seen other artists do their song, like Travis Scott with Goosebumps, or Jay-Z and Kanye with Niggas in Paris. We've seen that before of doing a song over and over and over again. But in the moment, you're right. Like I was texting DeMar at the same time. I was reading back our chat to someone who didn't see it. And it's hilarious because every time he plays it, we're like freaking out.
Yeah.
And it's like he's gonna play it again. Oh my God, he's playing it again.
This guy's sick. What? My messages look crazy.
Yeah,
bro.
literally, like we're like, yo, he's doing it again.
Dog, he played the song and had fucking gangsters on stage, crip walking and shit, NBA players, producers, rappers, little kids dancing. I was like, nah.
It was crazy.
You can't recreate that moment. That's why I put it up there as a top 5 moment in hip hop, at least for me. Like I'm only 30.
I think it is. I feel like one, because I think it's gonna live longer than the moments before it.
Yeah.
I think about the Source Awards in '96.
Yeah.
That were a huge moment. It's like, how hard is it to find that actual full award show?
Yeah.
Like you probably find that clip somewhere, but that full award show, very different. And then as well, like the significance around it. Like to me, this makes the battle more significant because there's like a moment to attach to it. Like, I know people who haven't even heard all these diss songs.
Like, what was the last big rap beef in your opinion?
The last
that had like a moment.
Probably MGKM, but I don't know if they had a moment like.
Well, at least, MGK had the music video at least.
Yeah.
He gave us some visuals. Yeah. Yeah, this was...
I'm sorry. Wiley Stormzy is probably the one.
Okay.
Wiley Stormzy, yeah.
I'm not familiar. What happened there?
Beef videos, talking about people's mothers.
Oh, damn. You got to that point.
Yeah. And it was like Twitter too. It was...
Okay, it was hot. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But this goes up there as a moment. I think this is like... Maybe this, in the comments, let us know. What are the actual top 5? When we're saying top 5... I don't even know what else we put in that top 5. Do anything comes to mind? Like anything that comes to, like, we don't gotta rank them, but like, you know, just top of your head, you know, what comes to mind is like your top moments other than
in hip hop history, yeah. The only other one I could think of was when Michael Jackson was with the fucking the West Coast niggas at that one award show.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that shit was fucking hilarious to me.
One for me is Kanye and 50 Cent on 106 in Park.
Oh yeah. That's up there.
That was a big moment. I remember that.
100%.
Yeah, that's up there for me.
Up there for sure.
I'm trying to think what else. Maybe Jay-Z and Michael Jackson at Summer Jam. Because that was like peak Jay-Z, like a flex bringing out Michael. I don't think what else is like.
DMX and that crowd. Fuck. What a concert
Woodstock?
was that? Yeah, DMX at Woodstock's up there for sure.
Yeah, that's a good one.
For sure.
Yeah, so we got some good moments because I think pre-95, it's hard to have some of these moments like in the same vein.
True,
because it's like it's more hearsay. Like you didn't see,
not as footage,
not as documented.
Yeah.
Okay. You brought up the similarities with like structure with OVO Fest. But with OVO Fest, Drake was bringing out like different artists, like friends and shit like that. It's not specifically just Toronto artists. Do you feel like Toronto could do something like that? Like what Ken and Friends did with Toronto related artists? Do you think that's possible? I had this argument with a friend the other day, so I want to see what you guys are thinking.
Chris, what do you think?
Man, I think he could. I mean, it's not as messy in Toronto, but it's still there's a lot of issues.
Fair.
It's not as messy. I mean, there's still a lot of issues with intermingling with different cliques, but I think it's possible. I mean, if Drake's running it and they have the right setup and you bring people out at the right time, because there's a lot of talent in Toronto too. Like especially like the younger generation, some kids coming up.
I think we could, but I think why it doesn't hit the same is because as Torontonians, we do have this like small city complex, even though we're not a small city.
Yeah.
Of like we more will show love to
the States,
bringing in Nicki Minaj or bringing in 50 Cent.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I don't think Cardinal Official is gonna get the same.
Yeah.
Because he did that one year where it was Cardi, Nelly Furtado.
Yeah.
I'm forgetting some other people, but like he did that one year where it was like more Toronto based.
Yeah.
But I do think as Torontonians, we are not gonna shout the same for Party Next Door as we will for name rapper outside of Canada.
Yeah. I think we're always looking to the States for like their approval first, right? It's like it's almost like you got to make the States make it popular in the States, and then if it's popular in the States, the other Canadians will be like, "Oh, this is sick, this is ours." But it's like you need that outside stamp when really
it should be the other way around.
Should be the other way around. If we can lift up everyone around here,
that's what LA did.
You
like
know, 100%.
It's like there's a lot of big stars. Like we didn't even mention YG, but like YG, Roddy Ricch,
G Perico.
Yup, like Dr. Dre. So it's like all these guys are like superstars outside of LA, but they really are LA stars. So it's like we could do something similar to that, but I just feel like we don't have that reaction to our own in Toronto.
But like LA too, like they do have like they can we're talking like there's a lot of like regional concerts that's goes on, and there's a lot of artists that are huge in LA, and they can do well playing shows all the time. Or
so you just feel like we don't have the infrastructure right now.
Yeah, maybe like the infrastructure, maybe like the media is not the same, because even our media is always hitting up. They're shining lights on like American artists,
and our media is always going against each other too.
Or they're like looking at like
I saw
they're hyping up the fuck shit. They're not like they're getting messy.
Like I saw Big Boy on stage.
Yep,
and. To me, Big Boy has put on a lot of the niggas that were on stage with him.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like, he's put a lot of these guys on in the early parts of their career. Like, we don't have that right now in black media, like in Toronto, which kind of sucks.
Yeah.
Take a podcast. I've seen, I think I sent you the video, 2 podcasts were beefing in the city.
Yep.
What the fuck are podcasts beefing?
No, crazy.
Yeah, it's like, what are you doing?
What are we doing? You know what I mean? So it's like this dog-eat-dog thing, and it was always with the music, but now because everybody's trying to get into media now and they see the dividends from that. Like I'm seeing media personalities beefing now. It's like,
you know what it is? And LA obviously is a very extreme example because they are like the Hollywood, like literally capital of the world.
Yeah.
But I think in LA, being famous almost holds less weight because there's so much famous people.
Yeah.
Like I had someone tell me that when they were in LA, they saw Tom Hanks walking around. And it's like
regular.
Tom Hanks is, how much are more famous than Tom Hanks? Like Tom Hanks is like 1 percentile of fame. So in reality, that should be like pandemonium. But because you might end up seeing Will Smith 10 minutes from now or Chris Brown half an hour later, it's not as crazy. And I think in Toronto, we don't have that much as like you see people in Toronto all the time. Like it is something that happens, but it's not in the same way as LA where it's like everyone's famous. And what I really think of is Reggae Sumfest. I was talking to someone about it when I was there, and they said that the early Reggae Sumfest, the headliner was always an American artist. And they had Nicki Minaj one year they had 50, and now Reggae Sumfest, and looks at the lineup, it's like all Jamaican artists.
Sick.
And the year that I went there, the headliners was like Buju Banton, Beanie Man, Wayne Wonder, Baby Cham, all performing together.
Yeah.
Which is like, if we did that in Toronto, that would be a huge deal. And so I think like that's the difference, is we're still in that early stage of like,
true,
we'd rather have French Montana come here than...
I think it would have been easier I agree with everything you just said, like spot on, bro. I think it would have been easier if a couple of niggas came up at the same time as Drake instead of just Drake. because we would have been spread out a little bit more. Now it's like we have our savior, but we can't put the pressure on that one guy.
It's just him. Yeah, you're right. Because I thought about this when Kendrick brought out Black Hippie.
Yeah.
And I thought to myself, like, Black Hippie, everyone in that crew can stand on their own. Like,
Yeah.
Schoolboy Q said in interviews, he's like,
all of them have at least went gold.
But on their own.
Yeah.
And they don't have, like, crazy Kendrick features. Like, and Schoolboy Q said multiple times, he's like, I go out on the way to not have a Kendrick feature. Kendrick might, like, give me ad-libs or do my sequencing.
Yep.
But, like, he'll ask to come on songs and I'll tell him no.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, I'm doing this.
Like, what's the biggest song that any member of Black Hippie has done with Kendrick, really?
Probably King's Dead.
Yeah, and that was a compilation album. It wasn't really
and
for
it's
us.
them with Future too.
And you threw Future on it. Maybe Collard Greens, but that's not even like super big. So you're probably right. It is King's Dead. I think it got nominated it got a Grammy.
Yeah.
So King's Dead. That's a track with Future.
But they all can stand on their own.
But they can all stand on their own.
And internationally too. I think that's the difference is like we don't have as many standalone artists who it's like they don't need. And you know what's funny? We actually has more that are not in hip hop. Like I think about Majid Jordan. Majid Jordan don't need, like they have songs with Drake, but they don't need Drake. They have their own fan base. They tour, they have records. We don't have as many of those.
True.
So there's one song Kendrick didn't perform that I really wanted to hear because I've seen him multiple times, never heard it live, and he didn't end up doing the song. But can you guess which song it is that I wanted to hear?
I'm going to say... I don't want you to say it. It's an actual song or part of the beef?
Actual song.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say that you wanted him to play XXX?
That's a good guess. It's a song he doesn't perform, so maybe that'll help you.
He doesn't perform. Okay.
Also, the J-Rock being one of your top moments from the show, I so agree with you. I saw them do that song live at the TDE tour in 2019.
Oh, they did Money Trees together?
Did it together.
Oh, that's amazing.
And no, that was the biggest pop of the whole night. Like the whole night, that was the biggest cheer, anything.
Dog, anyway, I already said it. That's one of the greatest verses of all time.
Yeah. You had a guess, Chris?
A song that he didn't perform.
I'm trying to think of what like age would want to hear. I don't know.
I've mentioned the song to you guys both, so
is that off Section 80?
It's off Section 80.
High Power?
Yup.
Oh.
If he did High Power, that would have been crazy.
That would have been crazy.
Come on, the whole crowd.
Yeah, that would have been crazy still.
I think he just didn't do it because it is a J. Cole beat. And so he was trying to keep it, you know.
Okay, conspiracy hat on.
Yeah.
Conspiracy braids.
Conspiracy braids is hilarious.
I'm like, this nigga's not wearing a hat. I gotta say something.
Nah, but that would have been, I think, a big moment if he did that one live. The crowd would have loved that.
Yeah, High Power would have been dope. For sure.
Yeah, that's the only one I wanted to hear him
Chris,
do.
did you get a chance to watch it or you missed it? You were working?
No, I missed the whole thing, but I was actually I was gonna ask if it was like I saw like the clips on social media and stuff. One thing I was disappointed is not disappointed, but like I saw like 03 Greedo didn't come out. I'm a big 03 fan.
Is he from LA?
Yeah, he's LA, man.
I didn't even know that.
Would have been nice. I wonder if like Draco the Ruler, if he was still alive, if he would have came out.
I think he would have.
Yeah, I'm a big Draco fan.
Especially because that would not like us. Like
that's his style.
But Draco also got the Drake feature right before he.
I don't think these niggas care.
Yeah, because YG did. Who
Do You Love? Yeah, I don't think these niggas care.
Yeah. No, but is it I was wondering, is it recorded? Like can you go watch it on Amazon now?
Not yet. I had some friends ask me afterwards, they said they didn't see it. So I'm thinking they're probably gonna clean it up.
Yeah, it will be.
Sick.
It's gonna be?
Yeah,
okay. Yeah, they probably have to clean up some things, but yo, when they did the wop on the camera cut, I was
crazy.
Like, no, bro, this is
that
different,
was crazy.
Bro.
Yeah, someone's like it turned into anime for a second.
Yeah, it did. For sure.
And they didn't do that the whole show. So it's like to see that one part, you're like, yo.
That was hard, yeah.
Oh man. Poor Drake.
We can
Did you see you saw his post Summer League? After?
Yeah, he said Summer League and he's wearing a Cleveland jersey.
Yeah.
Yo, that nigga Bron, I don't know what he's going on now. Are they brethrens or not, bro?
No, they're still brethrens, but it's like
I know what Bron's gonna pull off. He's gonna pull off the line, I'm a hip-hop historian. He loves saying that shit, bro.
Nah, but you know what it is like, I think for most people, you can't take sides. Like, I think because, like,
I feel like, yeah, Bron's had a relationship with Kendrick too.
No, and also it's like this comparison I thought was the best I heard of any of the talk about this battle is Drake is LeBron and Kendrick is Kobe. Kendrick only cares about hip hop. He's taking this dead serious, like this is like personal to him. And when you think about the records, him pouring out Like Us a Million Times, like he's treating it like
that's something a psychopath would do. Kobe, someone that's driven.
He's treating it like
that's better than what was the last one? You had Paul George.
Yeah,
I called Kendrick Paul George.
That was probably like 3 episodes ago.
Yeah, that was wild. That was wild.
But yeah, I do see where you're coming from. Compared to Bron, where he, outside of his craft and his love, he's
a whole life. It's like Kobe didn't get into none of that really until he was done playing. When he was playing, it was like, this is what I'm... Because if you look at Kendrick, how he moves, everything, he's treating this like this is like life. Focused. You know what I mean? Like this is life or death. I'm rapping for my life right now.
True.
And so that's what I think, like, in a battle like that, taking sides is not like you can't really take sides if you know both of these guys. True. Because you don't feel that way about Drake the way Kendrick feels about Drake.
Yeah, because I like Kobe and I like Bron.
Yeah. So I feel like a lot of these guys are like just gonna be stuck in the middle. And it's up to Kendrick to say, yo, if you're not choosing me, you're choosing him.
Yeah, it's like when it's like say you're like 3 you are friends and two get in an argument and you like pick sides. They piece it up. It's gonna be weird after that.
And if I'm Drake, I'm not. Okay, the crip walking and shit on stage, I'm probably a little pissed off. I'm not going to record it anybody. But Tyler didn't go on stage. I'm not going to say, yo, I'm never working with Tyler, the creator, anymore. Like, I probably wouldn't do that, personally.
But here's my thing. I think that some of these people he has relationships with, women actually have worked with them like Tyler because they're cool. He came out of Flog Gnaw.
Yep.
But it's now the perception of, if you're an LA artist and you work with Drake, are your fans going to look at you like, you did something wrong?
True. That's Game didn't show up.
Apparently, LA doesn't fuck with Game like that.
Game, I could see that actually.
But it's like, but I think that's a part of it is like, it show which team you're on. You know what I mean? So there's certain artists who I feel like they would work with Drake in a normal situation. But if y'all gonna question my credibility from working with this man, it's not worth it, even if we're gonna have a hit song.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah,
that's fair.
Poor Drake.
Every time I'm about to switch topics, he says, "Poor Drake."
I got to throw that in there. Talk about the champions.
Okay.
Yeah, let's talk about the champions and the chip. Listen, I got to start with apologizing to Boston Celtics. This is my personal formal apology. I haven't believed in this team for at least 5 years now. My prediction for this series was Mavericks in 5.
You did say that.
So clearly, I didn't believe in this team. What I do want to give a big shout out to is Jaylen Brown. I'm really happy for him winning Finals MVP, winning Eastern Conference Finals MVP, because I think that he's someone who's been in that shadow of Jason Tatum for a long time, and I think that they are very, very similar players.
They are.
So to see him kind of get that love and get that accolade to go with how well he's playing, I like that a lot.
Jaylen Brown needed Finals MVP to solidify the fact that he's beside Tatum. Because no matter if he didn't get that and Tatum got it, it would always be that I'm your understudy. Yep. But now at least,
and he got them both.
Sorry?
And he got them both.
What do you mean?
Eastern Conference Finals MVP and Finals MVP.
Exactly. So now nobody can say, yo, I'm second fiddle to this man. No, we're standing up beside each other and we did it together. I'm 27, you're 26, or whatever like their ages are. So now that they did it together and Jason Tatum's been getting all the MVP type love and the All NBA first teams and a little more All Stars, all that shit. Now at least Jaylen Brown can stand up next to him and say, "Yo, my achievements are on your level. We're both side by side in this battle for the next 3-4 years. Let's see where this takes us." And I can personally see them, because they locked up all their main guys,
doing it again.
I could see them doing it again. Maybe not back to back, but I truly feel the Celtics will win a chip again in the next 3 years.
It's crazy because he didn't make All NBA, but he's Finals MVP. I can't imagine that's happened very often. Like obviously Iguodala would have been a case of that.
He should have been at least all defensive second team.
And you know what I think about Tatum, even though I'm a huge Tatum fan, but Tatum is like Embiid, where he's one of those players that the NBA media fans have decided they love. We were calling Tatum 10-time Tatum when he was averaging 14 points a game. I thought that was nuts. Like, what other young players averaging 14 points a game and you're talking about him like he's about to be the face of the league.
Facts.
And I think about this with the two of them. It's like Tatum isn't some much greater player than Jaylen Brown. Like, this is not something like that. And so to see that now we're at a place where, okay, these guys are more close together, and maybe they're two top 15 guys rather than one top 5 guy and one top 30 guy. But you know what this era is giving? And I want to hear what you think about this. This is giving the 70s era, because this is our 6th different champion.
A lot of parity.
No one has repeated since the Warriors in 2018.
And that was a super stacked team.
And I think only one of these teams has made the finals multiple years, which is the Heat, who actually didn't win any of these years.
Yeah.
But the Celtics. But most of these teams are not making the finals multiple years. No one's won back-to-back. So how do we look at this era with that being the case? Because I think there's a lot of players from the past era who don't have championships because of LeBron, Steph, KD, the Spurs. And so the James Hardens, the Paul Georges, the Russell Westbrooks don't have championships, but the Jaylen Browns, the Jokic's do.
I think this is a fallout of what Kawhi did, winning with Toronto, and then subsequently the Golden State Warriors broke up.
Mm-hmm.
I think that introduced us into the new era of the 2020s, which is the parity era. I want to dub it the 2020 to 2030. We'll see how it plays out. We're only halfway through it, but I want to dub this the parity era.
I think you're right.
And what I mean by that now is it's matchups now.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't matter that you have the super stacked team anymore. It's matchups. Boston, I'm going to give them a bly a little bit because their team is ultra stacked. But at the same time, I feel like if the Knicks were healthy, they would have given them a little bit more of a run. You know what I mean? If they matched up with a different team in the West, they probably would have got a stronger run.
Yeah.
And it's to the point where, yes, they did win a chip, and they might win another chip in the next 2-3 years. But we're not 100% saying that like we used to do with the Warriors. So I'm going to attribute this to the parity era. I think we're going to get constantly new champions every year, and there's not going to be a back-to-back. And the only way that's going to break is after people start getting fed up with the parity era, they're going to start squatting up again heavily.
I think there's going to be an owner or ownership group that just decides we're going to pay whatever it is.
Yeah.
Because I saw this stat with the teams paying the most tax last year, and number one was the Golden State Warriors at $180 million in tax, which is wild because the salary cap is $141 million. So they're basically doubling it, almost like they have two teams, and they weren't even in the playoffs. And so it's like, when are we going to see that again of like, and the Clippers were number 2 and they were out in the first round.
Yeah.
Where the most expensive teams aren't the ones going far.
Yeah.
Like that's something that's going to be done soon.
Perfect you said that. That leads me to my next point. The last 4 champions were homegrown. At least their first 2 stars are homegrown.
Yeah.
Think about it. Denver.
Yep.
In Jamal Murray and Jokic. Boston.
Yep.
In Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. Milwaukee. And Giannis and Chris Middleton, both homegrown.
Yep.
And Golden State with Steph and Clay and Dre.
Yep.
These are all people that have been drafted. At least 2 of their stars have been drafted. So it's no more of this stick and glue type thing. This is done. I think it's done. I think it's done.
That's a very good point. I you know what's funny? That's probably where we have to be headed because of the second apron, where it's like, okay, like keep your guys together, see if it, because also I think in all the pairs you named, the second guy wasn't like MVP quality most of the time. And it's just the fit with these two or stick with him.
Yep.
I have a question for you. Who do you think is the most likely to repeat of the last 5 champions? Like not repeat as in going back to back.
But get another?
But get another one.
I think due to the state of the Eastern Conference, it'll be Boston.
Okay.
I think the West is such a dogfight and is so much built on matchups at this moment that I can't really predict Denver to come out automatically. They're good enough to do it, but who knows? Maybe Minnesota tools up a little bit. I can only see the team that has an easier route to the finals is going to be Boston next year. I don't see the other Eastern Conference challengers really posing that much of a threat. So that's why I say within the next 2-3 years, Boston is definitely going to win another one.
My answer actually is the Bucks. I think
very possible.
Yeah, I think they've had a lot of injury. What's the opposite of luck? Like
misluck? I don't know.
Yeah, I was gonna say like disluck, bad luck,
disluck.
Injury, bad luck they've had over the past 3 or 4 years, and even in the season that they won the championship, they had some bad injury luck as well with Giannis hyperextending his knee. And so I think if they're just healthy, they're probably the team that I would trust
Yeah.
the most. But I think that a part of it is that some of these teams are younger than usual contenders. Like, we're in an era where all the contenders are almost younger than normal. Like, usually the contenders are the players who are like their late 20s, maybe 30-ish. It's like having even the past few years where the contenders are all guys who it's
3
like,
of the last 4 finals MVPs were under 30.
yeah. And so I think we're in that era where teams are just younger in terms of contending teams. And so I think that's a part of it, because all the teams that Boston's faced, they were quote unquote the veteran team against them. Now they have a lot of experience, so they're going to be a veteran team almost regardless. But in terms of actual contenders, Denver,
We're in a new era.
Milwaukee,
Yep.
it's like those are the teams that have that, experience, been there before. But I'm really excited to see what this summer holds.
Yeah, we're not going to be deprived of basketball. We're going to have the Olympics for sure. And then the NBA offseason. Summer League's going to be a little dry because this draft prospect stock doesn't look amazing, but it's still basketball. So for all you basketball fans out there, you still got something to look forward to this summer. It's going to be fun, man. A lot of sports this summer. The Euros, it's going to be going on. Other Olympic events are going to be going on. You know what I mean? So let's watch it, man. I'm a gymnastics fan. I can't do it, so I appreciate those that can.
Huge gymnastics fan.
So there you go.
And I'm excited. How do you feel about this trade that has happened? I want to hear your quick thoughts on this trade.
Caruso for Giddey?
Yeah, what do you think about that?
I think it helps both teams if Giddey can get back to where he was in his second year. And that shows me that the Bulls are done with Lonzo. Because I think they're going to look at
Lonzo, yeah.
Giddey's only 21 years old.
Yeah, no, he's young.
So if he can take care of all the off-the-court stuff that's been bogging his mind down, because I really think that's what really affected him this year, was all the off-court shit.
Yeah, I think he'll do better in a new spot.
And yeah, he was paired up with a ball-dominant guard in Shea, rightfully so. And I think Caruso's a good fit, man. He's a utility player. Like, he's a mini Drew Holiday.
I actually don't love the fit with Caruso in OKC because of his size. I think they've become a much smaller team.
Okay.
Even though they're good defensively, I think like between Caruso, Dort, and Shea, Dort's obviously a tank, so I'm not really worried about him. But I think like Caruso and Shea, like Giddey's 6'8", and so you're taking someone who's like one of the taller players at his position to one who's like quote unquote small for his position.
Gotcha.
And so I think that changes their team a little bit because they're just almost taking for granted how much size they have with like J-Dub and Shea is tall and Dort is pretty strong.
I'm interested to see how it plays out because I also do believe that they need a center in OKC.
Oh, you think Chet's got to be a 4?
I think you at least need a backup center, so sometimes you can play Chet at the 4 depending on who you play.
I think they need more athleticism. Like, I think
some young niggas on that side.
But that doesn't make you an athlete. I think like someone like Chet is not gonna like sky for an alley hoop.
Okay.
I think they need that like forward center player who's just like run the floor, can dunk everything.
Okay.
Like they need that person beside Chet.
Okay. I like that. We'll see. I think this offseason is going to be very interesting. I think whoever gets Paul George is going to regret it. 100%.
That's the hot take. Stop the press.
Yeah, I think whoever gets Paul George is going to regret it because Paul George is 34, slowly getting injury prone. I think his best days are behind him. He still has good days. Don't get it twisted. He still has good days. He's still a guy. But I think whoever gets him is going to sign him to a 4-year deal. And by year 2 into the deal, they're going to regret it.
I'm actually the opposite of you. I think they're going to be like whoever gets Paul George, I think could win the championship. I think he could swing the championship because I think he's one of those players where the more responsibility you give him is the worse for him. He's so versatile that he'll figure it out and become whatever you want him to become.
He'd have to be added to a team that already has a core. Like, he can't come in and say, yo, we got Paul George. He's our second guy.
I agree with that. I think, like, that's why I like the Knicks. That's why I like Orlando.
Okay.
But to me, I think he's one of those players who can do other things, but is mostly just a scorer. Like, mostly a scorer and a defender. But if you ask him to pass, he'll figure it out. Ask him to rebound, he'll crash the boards.
Okay.
So if you put him in a situation where we got OG and Randall crashing the boards, don't even worry about it. We just need you to hit shots.
Okay.
I think he can be helpful in that situation, but that's the hot take right there. That they're going to regret it.
I think so.
Damn. I was going to say that with Klay Thompson, but I get Paul George is a harder take than that.
I think, yeah. Definitely Paul George. Who else is free? Yeah, same thing with Klay Thompson. I think that whole generation, bro, I think they're cooked. All those free agents that are like 34, 35 from that era that were dominant when we were younger, I think they're all cooked, whatever team they go to. Because they're going to command too much money and not have an ROI.
James Harden is the main one.
And James Harden's, he's 100% in there.
Yeah. But can I do some trivia with you quickly? Because I was looking at some numbers.
Talk to me.
And I was looking at this, season by season, who are the best players, who lead the league in scoring, all that kind of stuff. So looking at win shares.
Okay.
And LeBron obviously led the league in win shares a few times, highest win shares in the past 20 years. He led the league in win shares for 5 straight seasons, the longest run of win share lead, basically in the past 20 years. But do you know who led the league in win shares the season before he did that? He led the league in win shares from 08 to about 13. The season before LeBron did that, can you guess who led the league in win shares?
So this was the 06, 07 season?
07-08 season.
07, 08 season win shares.
This player is still in the league.
The player's still in the league. 07, 08.
07-08 season.
Al Horford?
No.
Just still in the league, played...
Led the whole league in win shares.
Led the whole league in win shares, still in the league, played 07, 08.
Think like MVP race. Like this is usually a player who's like
still in the league.
Top 5 player in the league when leads the league in win shares.
I don't know.
You're going to be mad about this one. Answer's Chris Paul.
Oh, that's my nigga, yo. I forgot Chris Paul, yeah. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, and so I was looking at that and thinking about like
sorry, Chris.
How great he was to lead the whole league in win shares. Because, the past 4 years, who's led the league in win shares has been Jokic. Before that, James Harden led the league in win shares 4 years in a row.
Okay.
And so it's like having that as your line of seeing like who had a good season, who it was.
True.
It was cool to see Chris Paul
thank you.
Up there.
I needed that. Yeah. It's been a down last couple of years for niggas like me.
I hope he doesn't retire. That's the rumor people are saying.
Yeah.
I hope he doesn't retire. I want Chris Paul on the team.
I think he's gonna go instantly to coaching though, so I'll be happy if he wins a ring like that.
So?
I think he's gonna go to coaching.
He said he doesn't want to coach.
I think he'll be an assistant.
Interesting.
Or at least coach his son for a little bit and then get into the NBA. I don't know. We'll see.
Someone did have a tweet talking about how JJ Redick is like the 7th or 8th head coach with no coaching experience.
How long is JJ lasting?
Oh, he's lasting the full 4 years.
Wow, we're going hot take central.
Yeah. JJ is keeping that job for a long time.
You think JJ's lasting 4 years?
I think
as
so.
a Lakers coach.
I think so.
Okay.
I think JJ will be there after LeBron. Yeah, I think JJ will be longer than LeBron. That's my real hot take.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
What I was gonna say is a lot of the coaches that have never coached before, who end up coaching for the first time, have been guards. It's all been point guards or just guards in general, and they've all had basically success. Steve Kerr, Jason Kidd, Mark Jackson. So maybe Chris Paul can be one of those.
Okay. I hope so, man. Shout out to Chris Paul, man. Jersey's still in my closet.
Big up CP.
We need you guys right now to go on Eventbrite. The tickets are moving. We need you guys there. There's going to be a lot of surprises, a lot of gifts, a lot of food, and a lot of vibes. So we definitely want to see you guys there. It's tough to get Adriel outside, but when you do, it's worth it.
Yeah, if you want to see me outside this summer, this is your one shot. Like, this is your one shot. You have to be there. You have to be there or you will never see me outside again.
Facts. So my animation suggestion, I got something for you guys. Just give me one quick second. Let me do pull it up. do put it up. All right. So I got an animation suggestion. It's a Netflix show produced by Netflix. It's called Blood of Zeus. If you guys know me, I am a big Greek mythology fan. I love Greek mythology. I love everything to do with Hercules, Zeus, etc. Blood of Zeus is a different take on the Greek mythology. There is a character named Heron. He's one of the bastard sons of Zeus, but he also is, I don't think he actually exists in Greek mythology. They made him for the show, and he does have Zeus's power his power of lightning. That causes a lot of problems within the show. Plus, he has a half brother that is a villain in the show, and he is a tragic villain. So yeah, I've been watching Blood of Zeus. Season 2 just dropped not too long ago. So if you guys have some free time, go check that out if you like animation. Outside of animation, all my shows are back. So I'm very happy about that. House of the Dragon's back. The Boys are back. I have nothing to complain about.
The boys has started again.
The Boys is back. Second to last season.
I'm catching up. I'm behind.
Have to. 4 episodes out at time of recording, so you guys check that out. Also, I'm watching Power. It's the last season of Power Book 2 Ghosts, so finishing that. Terrible acting, terrible writing, but I'm hooked. I'm here.
Yeah, I can't. I Power. The original was enough for me. Past the original, I tried to watch Forrest, and we talked about that already.
Forrest is getting canceled too.
They turned Tommy into Jackie Chan, and I just couldn't have that.
Forrest is going into his last season too. So.
Okay, House of the Dragon, quick thoughts, because by the time this is out, the next episode will be out.
Yes.
What did you think of the way that first episode ended?
I listened to the audiobook, so I knew what was gonna happen, but my reaction, it was hard. It was hard to watch. But I'm a Rhaenyra fan. I'd rather have Rhaenyra be on the throne than Aegon.
Team Black?
Yeah, I'm Team Black. I don't like Team Green. I don't like Alicent. Kristen Cole's a bitch. I don't fuck with that nigga at all.
Him and Alicent are both.
Yeah, they're nasty. Oh, we're gonna stop doing this. Next scene later, she's writing the book.
You know what's so funny? When she said that, I literally texted my friend. Oh, Tia. I texted Tia, and I said, "We're gonna stop doing this. That means you're gonna do it 100 more times."
100%.
Like 100%. That's exactly what that means.
So, yeah. House of the Dragon. Shout outs to that. The acting is just superb. Like, for my Sundays are very interesting. I start my Sundays with Power, and I end my Sundays with House of the Dragon. So I gotta support the black people, but then I go and support Team Black. So that is how my Sundays goes. Bad writing, the good writing. Bad acting, the good acting.
I heard in the book for House of the Dragon that at that end scene, Alicent actually has to choose one of the kids, and the person's like, "Oh, who do you choose to live or die?" And I think that would have been interesting if they actually put that part in the show. But my hot take is that Alicent has always been bad mind. I think my friend was like, "Oh, like she's sleeping with Christian Cole. Like that's kind of weird for her." I was like, "She always been bad mind. If she was really moral, we wouldn't even have a war right now."
No, and the two of them are only fucking. And spoiler alerts for everybody. Fuck, I should have briefed you guys on it. But yeah, the two of them are only fucking because they both want to fuck Rhaenyra. Like, that's legit what it is. They both want to sleep with this girl, and they have a mutual attraction for her, so that led them to sleep with each other. I don't like the Hightowers. I don't like Otto. I don't like how he plotted.
Otto's slimy.
I don't like how they're giving the king fucking heroin so he can just be fucking absent in all discussions, and they can technically run the city. I don't like it.
That's why I said she'd been bad mind, because to me, if she was really standing on business, her husband is choosing Rhaenyra, and Rhaenyra is your homegirl from day one.
Yeah.
So which team should you be on?
Rhaenyra's team.
So for you to even go against that, bad mind.
And then your dad's nasty. You're like 14, 15. He's like, yo, go comfort the king.
My dad's nasty.
Disgusting. But
yeah. Anyways.
Chris is like, I don't know what's going on. It sounds good.
Not good. Not good.
We'll be back talking about more House of the Dragon. I feel like
I think that's going to be our show to be talking about.
100%. I'm trying to actually be up to date with all the shows, because I'm usually the person that like I'll binge it after the fact. The Bear's coming back. I'm trying to be. I'm already up to date for that, so we're gonna watch that as well.
Oh, June's been good.
How many? Third season?
Third season.
Bear's third season.
I literally just got into it. I've been throwing it on like late night when I'm like winding down. And like it's sick, man.
Yeah,
it's
super good.
It's it, man. It's one of the best shows out, man.
Yeah, I'm like, I think I'm like the 6th episode of season 2.
Okay,
season 2 is really good, man.
They're short episodes. They're only like 30 minutes.
Yeah. A show like that, you would think it's an hour-long episode, but nah, 30 minutes, and they give you the whole season when it drops too. So yeah. I binge it, and I get upset after I binge it because I'm like, fuck.
The second season really hurt me because I binged that one so fast.
I did, yeah.
That was like 2 days.
Yeah. There's gonna be an episode. It's like a sandbox episode where they do everything in one space. When the whole family they have like a Christmas dinner. That's gonna be. You're gonna like that episode.
Okay. That was a big episode.
You're gonna like that episode a lot. And the final episode of that season's good too. But
The Boys, I'm trying to catch back up so I could be up to date.
Yes.
You told me Old Shorty was in it, so I had my eyes peeled for whenever her scene comes up.
Which shorty?
The story we talked about before the podcast started, who's a huge fan of the podcast, and she's watching all the old videos.
Oh.
Yeah. So
No, she wasn't in that. She was in Handmaid's Tale.
oh, perfect.
Yeah.
Even better.
She was in Handmaid's Tale.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Well,
She was a handmaid.
sorry,
Rightfully so.
screaming. She was in something in The Boys, but it wasn't a
Oh, she was.
It wasn't a speaking role.
Thing was in The Boys though. Your boy.
Yeah, Anthony.
Anthony was in The Boys.
Yeah.
He got killed
Oh,
by
sick.
Homelander.
Yeah, that was a good part though.
Yeah.
Like,
He did his
memorable.
thing. He did his thing for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah,
Like he
for
got
sure.
one line and he did it.
Yeah, he delivered
He did
it.
the big one with that. So
Yeah,
shout outs to
100%.
Anthony for sure.
Yeah, let us know in the comments what other shows we should be watching. We should be up on.
Definitely. So now we can kind of lead into the non-rap suggestion. I mentioned that I started listening to Steve Lacy.
Yeah.
Made mention of that through the Kendrick concert. So went through his back catalog a little bit and I found a vibey track. He wasn't really saying anything on it, but Cody Freestyle.
Oh, that's a good track.
Yeah. So
That's
if
a
you're
good
trying to
track.
just vibe out, Cody Freestyle's the one, man.
Do you know Inside by him?
No, I haven't heard.
That's probably
Inside.
one of his biggest songs before
Okay.
Bad Habit. But that's a good track too.
Yeah.
Steve Lacy has some good music for
Okay.
sure. All right, I'll go next. This one, I feel like I just have to shout out because I've been playing it so much. And when the song came out, I was listening to it basically on repeat on the Friday it came out. Devil Is a Lie, Tommy Richmond.
Mhm.
This one I
Yeah.
think is better than $1 Million Baby.
I like it, man.
It is.
Yeah.
It's way more
Yeah.
versatile.
And to see him have these two back to back, I'm super happy for him. Album on the way, so we'll talk about that when that comes out. But yeah, if you liked $1 Million Baby, this one's even better. Devil Is a Lie, Tommy Richmond. That's my non-rap suggestion of the week. Also on Spotify, they're classifying him as rap. I don't know if you guys saw that.
No.
Yeah, you can do like songs and like choose a genre.
Yeah.
So I chose rap, and I scrolled down and see $1 Million Baby. I said, $1 Million Baby is rap?
Real quick, how do you feel about him saying, he tweeted the other day, I'm not no fucking TikTok artist?
He's right.
I like that.
He's right. I think too, because I was saying this before, like sometimes an artist, like you hear about them when they're already popping. So like you have no frame of reference of like how they got here, what they did. And so I like him saying that to be like, yo, like, because he opened for Brent on Brent's last tour.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like he been doing his thing. So for him to like tell people and for like his tweet to go viral,
Yeah.
I like that. Because some people are really going to think of him as a TikTok artist
Yeah.
when he's really not.
Okay.
100%. 100%.
I agree.
So for my non-rap suggestion of the week, I'm going 80s. I'm going In Too Deep by Genesis. Little Phil Collins. Yeah, we were playing it on the golf course the other weekend.
Oh.
It's a good
golf track.
It's a good golf outside track. Good for the barbecues. You want to sing along, you can sing along. I like the 80 synths, man.
The 80 cents go.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
I could see that going in a set with a little bit of Tommy Richmond, maybe.
Okay.
Some of the vibes, but
Listen, 80s to me might be the best era for music as a whole. I think rap was very primitive, so that hurts it a little bit. But
yeah,
outside of rap, 80s music,
there's some bops.
yeah, and Phil Collins, underrated.
Super underrated. man.
Like to me, Phil Collins, I have him above Elton John. I know a lot of people want to have Elton as like he's above. To me, I think you got to put Phil Collins above Elton John personally. But that's just me.
That's fair. That's fair.
I ain't mad at that. Adriel,
Mm-hmm.
Chris,
Yes, sir.
57 episodes of podcasting. Years. And more years to come. Got a live show on the way. We need to make sure all of you people are able to attend. And if you can't attend, make sure you tell a friend to attend.
Nah, no, fuck that. There's not even an option about not attending. Attend. It's not even if you can't attend. Attend.
Mhm.
Okay, like figure out a payment plan with your peoples. Borrow from a friend. Borrow from your mom.
Clear enough?
Come on.
There you go. Ask Aunt Gretel, Aunt Susie, whatever aunt you have.
Use your partner.
Come on.
The partner is crazy. No, but
Yo.
you got to be there. July 12th,
100%.
Society Clubhouse. This is our first ever live show. Like, we're gonna make history together. So you do want to be there. So I think it's just an obvious choice. You're gonna have us, great performers, and more importantly, great food. Like, I've mentioned this before. If you don't give a shit about me, at least come get yourself fed. Okay.
And you guys check the YouTube out because we're gonna show you guys some of the food that we're gonna have there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're gonna show you a little special thing, man. You feel me?
Yeah. If you want to watch black men eat food, that's what you're into.
Yeah, we'll do it ASMR style too. It's just we won't even tell you what it is. Like, it's like,
Oh my god, that's someone's nightmare and someone's wet dream.
Yeah.
yo, time code that.
I'm screaming.
All right, so
Sorry, before we get out of here,
yeah.
didn't you say by the end of June?
Oh, I was trying to dodge it. I was trying to dodge it, man. I was trying to dodge it.
You know we're in sync.
I was trying to dodge it so
I
bad.
thought you tried to dodge it. That's how I remembered it. So what's the status? I don't want to get you time coded, so be as vague as you possibly can. And of course, this is all entertainment. You know, allegedly.
There is potential out there.
Prospects.
I don't want to say. I don't want to say plural.
Even that is too much.
Yeah. I don't want to say plural. There's potential out there.
Okay.
But when something gets serious, I will make sure it's first told to you guys before the cameras, and then told to you guys in front of the cameras.
Are you taking your potential partner to these day parties?
No.
I think that's the next step. I think that will tell you a lot that you need to know.
And I'm not doing it because, well, I'm single regardless. Potential, still working on it, seeing where it goes. But I'm not going to do that because I think that, yeah, you're right. It does take it to the next level and it doesn't need to be there yet. I am a proponent of bringing my person to a party with me, 100%.
But once it gets to that level.
But once it gets to that level, then I'll do so. But if it's not at that level, I'm just going to go with the 1-2 friend.
That's my only suggestion. I think you could learn a lot about if this person is really there.
Yeah.
When you take them, you could be, oh my God, so
now,
fun.
if my friends are all coming with their girlfriends/wives, then I'll bring somebody. But if it's not really that vibe, then I'm not doing so.
Yeah, if it's City Boy Summer, then...
I didn't say that. But if those same friends have girlfriends and wives, maybe there's 2 of them and we're going to a quick day party, I'm not going to just be the one to bring this girl that I'm just happen to be talking to. Because now I know the value of bringing a girl around my friends, and I don't want to do that too early. And I've done that too early in the past. So that's something that I've taught myself to stop doing.
Yeah.
Because I want them to feel comfortable. Like, oh, these are my friends. It's just a more comfortable vibe. You come to a nice house vibe or something, a pre-drink, and you meet my friends. I get it. But I don't want to do that because even to my friends, it's like, if I'm not locked in with this person, then I'm wasting their time in a sense.
Yeah, fair.
You got to treat it like you're a single mom and like your friends are your kids. So, you know, you don't want to bring your partner in too quick.
Yeah.
Right? You don't want to let the kids
That's
down.
a good one.
Yeah.
You know?
That's a good
100%. Yeah. So there you go. I have a single mom story, but I'm going to save it for another day.
Yep. That's Patreon.
Yeah, for sure. This is definitely a Patreon one, but shout outs to you. You know who you are. Episode 57 of the Mayor's Office podcast. This episode, we're going to dedicate it, I guess, to Ralph because he's 5'7". We're going to dedicate episode 61 to Adriel and episode 64 to Chris.
Yep. Sounds about right.
And that's just what we're doing. So don't lie on your dating apps, guys. Everybody say your height. If it said ask for my weight, I would tell it too.
Know yourself, know your worth. That'll get you time coded for sure.
Yeah, for sure.